Around the world, at least 1 in every 3 women has been beaten, coerced into sex, or abused during their lifetime. As a result, these women are more prone to continue to take part in abusive relationships than women who have not been exposed to this violence. I believe to help lower these numbers, public school systems should be required to implement domestic violence prevention seminars and awareness campaigns to better teach young teens how to prevent themselves from being abused and how to act when they or someone they know are being abused. By educating teens, their chances of being lured into unhealthy and unsafe relationships lowers, for they learn how to protect themselves. First, we must learn what domestic violence is. Domestic violence is defined as the physical, sexual, psychological, or emotional aggression within a dating relationship, according to the National Center for Injury Prevention and Control Division of Violence Prevention. This behavior can include any behaviors that intimidate, manipulate, humiliate, isolate, frighten, terrorize, coerce, threaten, blame, hurt, or injure someone. Being exposed to domestic violence raises risk for developing depression and anxiety. It can promote unhealthy behaviors such as cigarette use, using drugs, and excessively drinking alcohol. Experience such abuse can encourage antisocial behaviors and isolation, and eventually lead to the individual contemplating and sometimes attempting suicide. In the US, 25% of high school age girls have been physically or sexually abused. Teen girls who are abused this way are also more likely to become pregnant or to contract a sexually transmitted infection. To help teens prevent themselves from being abused, we must educate them on the signs of abuse. Learning the signs can help teens see the red flags of abusive relationships in the beginning weeks of dating. Some of the signs include being afraid of upsetting your partner criticizes you constantly, your partner treats you as an object rather than a person, they are excessively possessive and controlling, and many more. Emotional abuse and fear of your partner is the first sign of abusive relationships. Once the emotional barrier is broken, then your partner may start to abuse you physically and sexually. By educating teens from the beginning, they can avoid being majorly assaulted. Furthermore, I believe that every school should assist in making their SAFE, S-A-F-E, counselors more well known. SAFE counselors are trained to aid students in personal issues that may or may not have to do with school. They can talk about their parents getting a divorce, or them becoming homeless, or them being assaulted. As a survivor of an abusive relationship, I can say that my SAFE counselor was a vital part of my recovery. Knowing someone was constantly there, helping me through the process, and checking in on me constantly saved my life. Letting kids know that there is someone that they can talk to about their problems without getting their parents involved, unless they are hurting themselves or others, can save a lot of pain. Furthermore, I believe that they should be more done throughout schools to help raise awareness. As minors, students need their parents to advocate for them for further education of these potentially life-threatening issues. Parents can help influence the school system by starting a petition to mandatory include assemblies in middle and high schools to give guidance to students who may be struggling and don't know what to do. Teachers can sponsor after-school programs that are geared towards spreading awareness through putting up posters, such as the This Isn't Love Teen Dating Violence poster that is displayed in front of you. We can also make known of the tech-savvy campaigns available on your smartphones, such as the One Love Foundation, an application for teens, and the Love Is Not Abuse application for adults. These applications provide guidance and information on the dangers of domestic violence and how to assess those dangerous situations. My main concern with domestic violence is that it is seen as one of the very few push factors for being kidnapped and trafficked. Teens today do not see the initial dangers of abusive relationships and that abuse can lead to long-term problems. Predators see abused teens as vulnerable and will try to take advantage of them. With that, parents need to always be monitoring their children's interactions with strangers. One main way is through their smartphones. Parents can set up parental settings that can limit the types of applications their children may download. This will help them stay clear of applications like Kik, K-I-K, one main application used to lure and kidnap children. Just recently, a man was jailed for trying to get a teenage girl to carry out sexual acts over Kik and Snapchat and meet up with him in person. Emotionally and physically abused children and teens don't understand the value of themselves. They are more prone to seek attention from strangers who make them feel cared about. Therefore, more than monitoring their physical health, parents must take necessary precautions on their phones as well. We won't always know when the child is hurting, but limiting their access to dangerous online mediums can prevent their problems from escalating. It is important for teens to know what abusive relationships look like so they can protect themselves from getting hurt. The earlier in their relationship they see the signs, the more likely they are to not experience the negative long-term effects of the abuse, and the more likely they are to seek help when they can't get out of the relationship themselves. Showing teens the signs can help them live healthier lives and lessen their chances of getting lured into being kidnapped because they seek validation or don't know better. Parents need to take actions in their schools by helping implement these awareness campaigns and set up precaution techniques to teach their children how to protect themselves. Through this, children and teens will learn to value themselves more and to avoid dangerous situations like this in the future.